morning, everyone, and welcome. So delighted to have you with us this morning. Thank you for joining us for our annual State of the County Address, hosted by the Arvada Chamber of Commerce. My name is Christine Jensen, and I have the privilege of serving as the chair of the Government Affairs Committee for the Chamber, and serve as the moderator for our third Friday Breakfast series here. Would you please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We are going to have a ton of fun today and have the pleasure of partnering with both Jefferson and Adams County to present the State of the County addresses. Arvada is fortunate to be positioned in two amazing counties with a plethora of activities and resources available to their residents and businesses. Today we get to learn a bit more about this beautiful place we call home, and I want to encourage you to share in the conversation today on social media as you're tweeting and posting on Facebook and tagging your friends and that sort of thing. Be sure to use the hashtag #ChamberPride, and you'll see some social media cues on the tent cards on your table. So definitely join in the social conversation with us. Please join me in welcoming all of the community leaders and dignitaries who have joined us today. From the Arvada City Council, we have Nancy Ford, Mark McGough, and David Jones. From the Adams County Board of County Commissioners, we have Steve Odorosio. I'm going to do that every time. I did that to you last year, too. Please help me welcome Commissioner Odorosio. From Jefferson County, we have our Board of County Commissioners. We have Commissioner Libby Szabo, Casey Ty, and Don Rozier. We also have with us today our Jefferson County Manager, Don Davis. Also from Jefferson County, we have our sheriff with us this morning, Jeff Schrader. And we have our interim Adams County Manager, Ray Gonzalez. From our state legislature, they live to tell the story. Congratulations on completing another legislative session. Our state representative, Tracy Kraft-Tharp. And our Arvada and Westminster, State Senator Rachel Zenzinger. From the RTD Board, we have Director Lorraine Anderson with us this morning. From the Apex Board of Directors, Jim Whitfield is with us this morning. And then from the Arvada Fire Board, we have Bob Loveridge. Thank you. Our Arvada Fire Chief John Greer is with us this morning. Hi, Chief. And our Arvada Police Chief is with us this morning, Don Wick. In addition, we are thankful to the Jefferson County Economic Development Corporation for their sponsorship today. Please join me in welcoming their CEO, Sam Bailey, to the stage to say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. How's everyone's drive-in today? Good? Better than yesterday? We are pleased to be here and sponsor the work of Jefferson County as a crucial partner to the economic development efforts here. Showing up today, I did feel a little bad. Take a look at the Jefferson County group over here. The ties, shawls, everyone is just looking dapper. So you guys are one up in everyone in the room. Jefferson County Economic Development Corporation has been around since 1955, and we focus on the economic vitality and health of the county in partnership with the Board of County Commissioners. And our newest addition, Don Davis, the county manager. So we're pleased to be working with you as we tackle projects related to business attraction, retention, expansion, affordable housing, transportation, and more. So we're pleased to be part of the conversation. We're pleased to be working with our Board of County Commissioners and even our neighbors in adjoining counties, having worked with Adams County Economic Development on projects. We're happy to support our partners that are encouraged by economic development opportunities here in Jefferson County. So thank you very much and enjoy the breakfast.
Thanks, Sam. Great to have you all with us today, and thank you for your sponsorship. Today, we are lucky enough to have 4 county commissioners representing both Jefferson and Adams County. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and introduce each one of our commissioners, and as I introduce them, I'll invite them to go ahead and join us here on the stage. Let's begin with Jefferson County Commissioner Libby Szabo. Libby Szabo is a resident of Arvada and a former state legislator. She was sworn in originally in January of 2015 and elected once again this past year. She currently serves as the chair for the Board of County Commissioners and the Law Enforcement Authority. She also serves on the following boards. I'll mention just a few: the Denver Regional Council of Governments, 1st Judicial District Courts Services Advisory Board, Child and Youth Leadership Commission, Colorado County's Legislative Committee, Jeffco EDC Board and Executive Committee, Noxious Weed Advisory Board, Rocky Flats Stewardship Council, Urban Drainage and Flood, and Urban Renewal District. Commissioner Szabo also serves as the county's alternate on the Head Start Policy Council, Colorado Clean Water Coalition, Jeffco Parkway Public Highway Authority, the West Connect Corridor Coalition. She is a busy lady. Yeah. Szabo was Assistant Minority Leader of the Colorado House of Representatives. She was serving her 3rd term as a legislator when she was chosen by the Republican Party to fill the unexpired term created when Faye Griffin, County Commissioner for District 1, was elected to Clerk and Recorder. She and her husband of 29 years, Dennis, have 4 children: Angel, Jesse, Nissa, and Carly. The Szabos own a family business that has been in operation here in our community for 40 years. Commissioner Szabo has experience in the mortgage lending industry, yes, near and dear to my heart, and the financial services industry. She's very active in her community, coaches youth sports, and volunteers at her church. Please help me welcome Commissioner Szabo. We also have with us today Commissioner Don Rozier. Don Rozier was elected as Jefferson County Commissioner initially in November of 2010, won re-election to another 4-year term in November 14. He serves on the following boards and commissions: the Boundary Control Commission, Chatfield Watershed Authority, Colorado Clean Water Coalition, Criminal Justice Coordinating Committee, Jeffco EDC Executive Committee, Jeffco Transportation Action and Advisory Group, Jefferson Parkway Public Highway Authority Board, Noxious Weed Board, Urban Renewal District, West Connect Corridor Coalition. Commissioner Rozier will serve as an alternate on the Jeffco EDC Board, the I-70 Mountain Coalition, the 1st Judicial District Services Advisory Board, C-470 Corridor Coalition, and I-70 Mountain Coalition. Another busy fella. Yeah. Rozier is past chair of the Metro Area County Commissioners Group of Colorado Counties and is past president of the CCI Front Range District. For the past 3 years, he has chaired CCI's Land Use and Natural Resources Steering Committee, and in 2011, he was named CCI's Freshman Commissioner of the Year. Congratulations. CCI represents boards of county commissioners from more than 60 Colorado counties. Before being elected county commissioner, Rozier served as president of operations for Summit Oil Field Services and as a principal with Westside Investment Partners. Previous positions include director of land development at Alliance Commercial Partners and vice president at Newman Homes. And one of his first positions included working as a review engineer with the City of Westminster. Rozier, a 5th-generation Coloradoan who grew up in Arvada and has lived in Jefferson County his entire life. attended Swanson Elementary, North Arvada Junior High, and Arvada Senior High School. He is active in competitive sports, played high school soccer, basketball, swimming, and track. He and his wife, Jerry Ann, have lived in Jeffco since 1992 and have a daughter and 2 sons. An active community volunteer, Rozier served as a member and chairman of the Jefferson County Community Development Authority Board for 8 years. He also teaches Sunday school, coaches lacrosse, and volunteers at local schools. Welcome, Commissioner Rozier. And our other Jefferson County Commissioner, please help me welcome Commissioner Casey Ty. Casey, yay! Casey Ty was elected to serve his 2nd term in November of 2016. He currently serves as Chairman Pro Tem for the Jeffco Board of County Commissioners and the Jefferson County Law Enforcement Authority Board. He serves on the following boards and commissions: C470 Corridor Coalition Corrections Board, Jeffco Emergency Communications Authority, Head Start Policy Council, I-70 Mountain Coalition, Jeffco EDC Executive Committee, Jefferson Center for Mental Health Board, Jeffco Transportation Action and Advisory Group, and the Noxious Weed Advisory Board. Commissioner Ty is the county's alternate on the Dr. Cog Board. He's on the Chatfield Watershed Authority, Boundary Control Commission, the Jeffco EDC Criminal Justice Coordinating Committee, among many, many others. An auditor and attorney, Ty was the audit director for the Colorado Department of Transportation, where he worked for 24 years. Prior to working at CDOT, Casey practiced law in Arvada for 3 years. After retiring from CDOT, he was office manager for Bear and Carey PC, a law firm. Ty previously chaired the Jeffco Audit Committee for 4 years. A University of Colorado graduate, Ty earned a law degree from Creighton University. He lives in Applewood with his wife Laura and 2 sons. Welcome, Commissioner Ty. And now from the Adams County side, County Commissioner Steve Odorosio. Commissioner Odorosio graduated from CSU by working construction during the summers.
Go
and
Rams.
Here we go. And work study during the school year. He graduated from the University of Denver Sturm College of Law while working full-time in the private sector for a global management consulting company. Commissioner Odorosio recently served the people of Adams County as a deputy district attorney for the 17th Judicial District of Colorado, where he prosecuted a variety of crimes and sought justice by balancing the interests of the victim, the community, and the defendant. He also served on various community boards, including the Adams County Planning Commission. Thank you, commissioners, for being with us. Now, we like to keep things fair around here, and last year we started with Jefferson County, so this year we're going to begin with Adams County, kicking us off with a 30-minute overview on what's happening, and then we will move on to Jefferson County. So, Commissioner Odorosio,
All right,
come on up to the podium.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Whatever you
Welcome.
Do you want me to stay there so you don't have to come up here? Can everyone hear me? All right. Can you guys hear me now? All right, Ray, wave in the back. Okay. Once again, my name is Steve Odorosio. I'm proud to have grown up in Arvada. How many people knew that here? A few of you? Yep, I grew up, Mike Free. Say hi to Mike. These are friends growing up, lifelong friends, and it's fun to be able to be where I am now and look back and seeing your friends grow up with you. You've got family friends, Mr. Litsu, and it's just, I got to tell you, it's an honor to be here for 3 years now in a row, and it's a lot of fun to represent portions of Arvada now as Adams County Commissioner. I would probably be living here. I fell in love with a lady in Adams County and moved to Adams County. On the campaign trail, I said I fell in love with Adams County and decided to marry a lady from Adams County. But what I'm going to talk about today is how we're working to, in this year's theme is really focusing on high-performing government. And I think you're going to see that what we're doing in Adams County is working really hard to improve our performance internally, support our employees, and make sure that we are moving forward efficiently, effectively, and once again with high performance. Before I begin, though, I do have to say I want to thank the people in this room, because this organization, the Arvada Chamber, and so many people within this room right here were supportive of the 1A campaign when we worked out a deal with Denver to allow them some more additional freedom to develop on the airport property. That was 2 years ago. Since that time, I think it's important to note some of the big projects and the economic development gains that have occurred. And I'll be brief on it, but it is important because you were part of that. And I want to thank you for that. We've got some very big projects coming into that Aerotropolis. That's the area surrounding the airport. And a lot of that is due to the success of the 1A campaign, and that includes the Gaylord project. We're going to have a large, huge Gaylord resort right next to the airport. That's going to be in the Aurora portion of Adams County, as well as a Porteos development, which is 1,200 acres of industrial mixed-use projects. We've got Majestic Commerce Center, and then Amazon. And we've got Amazon. That's bringing 3,500 jobs. I mean, that's not including all the jobs, all the construction jobs for Gaylord and these other projects that are coming in. And I'm going to tell you now, it's these types of projects that are allowing us to push. When you bring in that much development, there's times where some folks will come from the outside and try to bring in their own employees. But with this kind of growth, with this kind of success, and with our advocacy to hire local, to pay prevailing wages or good wages so people can live, this is bringing up, this is elevating everybody, and I'm really proud to be part of this movement right now. But I also want to thank you because you were part of that. You were a significant part of that, being able to show that we have a broad coalition of support behind the 1A campaign, and to show that regionally, because regionalism is important, that regionally we care about the success of everybody. So I want to thank the folks in this room. So give yourselves a hand. Thank you. All right, so we are one Adams. We are Adams. We've got the buttons here. I think there's a few of them around. If you guys would like to put them on, it would really make me feel good looking out in the audience. I want to start out that we started our visioning process this year. We have a retreat every year, whether you call it an advance or retreat. The bottom line is we all get together and we start talking about what we want to see. And this year, it was really important for us to add that our vision includes that Adams County is to make Adams County is going to be the most innovative and inclusive county in America for all families and businesses. And we've added inclusive right now because it is so important that everyone is able to participate. Everyone's able to participate in this government. Everyone's able to participate in this economy. And we're really proud to have gone through this process and expand a little bit of our vision to show how important it is for inclusivity. And then we're going to start with a video, and you're going to not hear me for a few minutes. I knew that was coming. Let's see if...
A couple of moments ago, we mentioned the highlights from 2016. There were a lot of them. We are a pretty amazing bunch.
Break it down like 24 karat. What's that sound?
It's easy to see why we have such a range of answers. We're a diverse blend of 2,000 employees doing incredible work in the service of our residents. And next year at this time, more than 700 of you will be moved in and operating at the new Pete Morellis Human Services Center. These employees are already performing at a world-class level. Monica Sorensen reported on Workplace 95% or higher timeliness in 8 of the 9 eligibility program areas. Just imagine how a new environment, one that is already drawing national praise for the approach to service delivery, will impact these dedicated employees. Another group meeting goals and setting records is the team in community and economic development. A 90% customer satisfaction rating is remarkable, especially when you consider they processed nearly 5,000 building permits, a jump of 30%, and the average permit was reviewed within 8 days.
Showtime. Guess who's back again?
Code compliance workers were busy too, responding to more than 3,000 cases. That's a record. Animal management rounded up nearly 1,500 stray or abandoned animals from the field, and the homes of 51 residents were impacted through our minor home repair program.
In my pocket, keep up.
Long-range planning had an award-winning year with the district plan and Making Connections both bringing home some hardware. Working with partners in our municipalities is at the core of their approach, and the long-range team also increased community engagement by hosting or taking part in 57 community meetings last year. And nothing brings the community together quite like the Adams County Fair. The county's signature event provides a family-friendly escape for our residents, but for this team, it's really an exercise in teamwork and collaboration between parks and nearly a dozen other departments. It's that spirit of teamwork that is helping all of our departments make real progress toward the Commissioner's goals of improving service delivery and overall quality of life for our residents, especially those who benefit from the volunteer efforts through the Heart at Work program. Oh yeah, we did all of that and a lot more. We opened a disc golf course and a bridge. We paved roads and plowed them too. We provided direct service to more than 300 veterans. We were innovative, building a new website, introducing kiosks, rolling out Eye on Adams, and the new e-permit center. We worked on high-profile projects like Operation Freebird and the 2016 general election. We helped people prepare their taxes and answered all of their property tax questions. We're setting the pace in sustainability practices, rolling out a bus bench that features a solar charging station for your phone, and securing a grant for more electric charging stations. We bring families together by finding new homes for animals we care for, and we give them great places to explore together. We pay our vendors and our employees, all while managing the complex county budget. We recruited, hired, and trained hundreds of new employees last year and handled their help desk calls, thousands of them. We maintained our buildings to the highest standards and managed our fleet in the same fashion. We did all of this and so much more, and the reason is simple. We know how to work together because we are Adams County.
Thank you. I've realized I pushed the wrong button, and I used to work in IT, and now I realize that. You could give me a hard time about that. I think it's well-deserved. I'm going to talk about some of the internal initiatives that we have within the county. Once again, talking about how we're working on becoming, or actually improving on just, improvement is a process, right? It's never a destination. So organizations, high-performing organizations are constantly working on improving, and I'm going to be talking about a few of our initiatives now. One is A-Proud, which is an organization or initiative that we put together to embrace inclusivity and respect, and to make sure that people in the county understand how to communicate on all sorts of issues of inclusivity. One of the things we're also including in the A-Proud is bilingual pay, to be able to identify and recognize folks that speak two different languages. They have an elevated level of value that they provide to some of our citizens, and that's important. And so we're trying to make sure that we are able to serve our citizens effectively by being able to recognize that with additional pay for them. Inclusivity, diversity training is also included, and we'll go to the next one, is Sustainable Adams County. This is an initiative that we've put together. We've got a sustainability plan that's both internal and external. Internally, we've raised our recycling rate from 8% to 38% in 1 year. And that's, once again, one of those internal things. Also, we're proud to be able to announce that, that because we are joining one of those, we're going to be dedicated 1/3 of our energy from our facilities is going to be through renewables, okay? And I think that's important for us to be able to set the bar in our community. And sometimes we're not always able to control everything outside of us, but by being able to set the bar high for those in our in our community by saying we as an organization think these things are important, being able to say that 1/3 of our billings are going to be based on solar and renewables is something we're particularly proud of. External projects include hosting waste cleanup events. We collected over 400,000 pounds of hazardous waste. That's stuff that's not in people's yards now, or in landfills, or in those open fields that some people just drop stuff off in. And so we're really trying to reach out and show that sustainability is something that really hits home for a lot of folks. It's about efficiency, and it just pays off in the long run, both environmentally and also in our effectiveness. Next, we've got Impact Atoms is our program that we have for internal training. It's for professional growth. And one of the some feedback that we got from our employees is that and it's because of things like Impact Atoms. And I'm going to go into a little details with some other spots within Impact Atoms, but including Develop Us, which is Impact Atoms is the broad program. It includes Develop Us, which is our internal training and a mentor program. It's talking about the lean, facilitation of the lean process improvement methodology. Some folks, how many people know what lean is? It's a constant process improvement. And so we all know that in government, we have a lot of processes. And so by being able to train people on some of these process improvements, we're able to actually do what the private sector does. And so much of what we're trying to do, you can even see that we're branding each of these projects, right? Each of these initiatives. This is taking some of what I think people in this room would appreciate is some of that private sector approaches and bringing it to government and making us more efficient, stretching the dollar, and making us overall more efficient and effective. This is Evolve You, deals more with the specific training on more of the soft skills, life skills things, everything from like the Microsoft type training all the way to public facilitation and speaking. Those are some of the things that we're finding, and that the feedback we're getting from employees is that this actually helps with retention. This is showing they're able to see career path and growth. And a lot of times in people's positions, you're stuck. You feel like you're stuck in this band of what your job description is. But when we're able to provide some of this training, it helps not only improve the professional skills of folks and the soft skills of folks, but the ability for them to feel like they've got a career path and that they're moving forward. And we're finding some tremendous success in these types of internal projects, including the We Care program, which is really what you highlight. We saw some of that in the video, where we are allowing employees up to a certain amount of hours every month or every year to participate in civic involvement and volunteerism. And a lot of times it comes back and helps us anyway. So they spend their time. Maybe I participated for about 4 hours on one of the trail cleanups, and it was a lot of fun. And it was a team building exercise. I got to meet some folks in the organization, and it was also neat to see people out there. So it kind of hits all these different areas, and people really have given us feedback that they enjoy seeing that. I mean, everything they do every day is serving the citizens. But being able to just spend 4 hours, go out and do a trail cleanup also provides perspective for our employees, and then people see that. We're really happy about that. Our journey to wellness. I am going to tell you that two of the initiatives in particular I'm going to start with is that we've put in our government center, we have an exercise room. And it's not just the treadmill in the corner. This is an actual full-on exercise, comprehensive exercise room with weights, all different sorts of things. And in addition to the exercise room, we have a clinic. Now, how many businesses out here are starting to see clinics or hearing about them? You guys reading about them? Having internal clinics in organizations, we're finding, and we're going to be building both an exercise room and a clinic at the new Human Services building at 120th and Huron because of the success we've had at the government center. So we're finding that the clinic has actually helped us, believe it or not, reduce the amount of time people take off when they need to go get just a normal, maybe they're sick, they've got some sort of, or they go get checked. They could get some free, there's a formulary for us to even provide free prescriptions for the normal stuff, okay? So maybe you're sick and you need something, or antibiotics or something like that. By going to the clinic, instead of taking 3 hours out, they're taking a half an hour, and they're just going downstairs to the clinic. They're able to go talk to the doctors about, or the clinicians about different things. And we've gotten a lot of feedback that people really enjoy this. They're able to take less time away from work. They're able to get the care right away. And it's also allowed us to be more proactive in bringing more wellness and health to our employees. So it's a win-win, and we're finding that there's actually an economic benefit. It actually has a return on investment when you look at what we're doing. It's brought down, we have two choices in Adams. We go through Kaiser, or our employees can go through United. And by keeping our folks healthier, we're saving by having our own clinic, especially on the United side. And Kaiser has included some of the discount in what we give them by having this clinic as well. So this is something that you're starting to see a lot more in the private industry. The Denver Business Journal included an article about Adams doing this because it is something that you're starting to see in a lot of employment workplaces. In the workplace, this is a fun thing. Have you ever heard of this? It's Workplace by Facebook. It's an actual, how many people know what Facebook is? Raise your hand real high, okay? So if you got Facebook, I know all the politicians up here are using Facebook, right? You took a picture and you're gonna post that, right? Right, so Facebook, so what Facebook offers is an actual Facebook application that looks just like the Facebook you have at home, but this is an internal one. And it's helped us because people feel comfortable and familiar with Facebook, and so they're posting things about work to each other. And and people check it throughout the day, and we want them to check it. And this helps not only for the folks who are sitting at their desk, but particularly those folks who are mobile, who are out in the field. Because right now, on my phone, I have an app. I have a Facebook app for my own personal stuff, but I have a Workplace by Facebook app. Do you see my daughter's teaching me how to, you got to kind of do the, the look. But we found that this has really helped us with communication. Just like every organization, private or public, one of the biggest challenges we all have is communication. And so we're trying to hit it from different angles. And right now, we just did we're actually in the process. We have one more today, all employee meetings. And it's a lot like a town hall. We get a bunch of folks in here. You know the town halls where you have a bunch of citizens coming in and they tell you about everything you're doing wrong. And you get to listen and then you go back to the drawing board and start working on things. Well, we do the same thing with our employees, and we're finding that one of the questions I ask is, how do you like to communicate? And it's interesting because some people really primarily love email. Others like this Facebook Workplace app, and others, have other methods. They go, they'll check the website. But communication is not about just one form of communication. It's about all of these different, and we're finding that we've had tremendous success with this, and people really have a good time, and it's a feel-good thing. So it's been fun. It's been fun to highlight and notice those challenges, but also those successes all throughout the organization, because then everyone gets to see it. But either way, what I wanted to highlight is that, once again, we're focusing on our 5 goals: high-performing, efficient government, and that includes a lot of that includes implementing a lot of the same approaches that you see implemented in the private sector. We're proud to be able to do. All right, I'm pausing it. This includes a lot of the things that we're doing in the private sector, and how often do you hear that government should be run more like a business? And we're taking some of those approaches, and we're stretching the tax dollars, and I think that we're starting to see some success in this. So thank you. I'll finish up with this video.
This is Adams County, Colorado, home to Major League Sports, world-class attractions, and generally just a great place to raise a family or start a business. The county has more than 2,000 dedicated employees spread out over 18 departments and 6 elected offices. It's a dynamic environment and an ideal atmosphere to introduce Workplace.
That's what's cool about it, is that we now are able to interact without deference to or responsibility for location thinking.
Workplace is truly flattening the earth for our disconnected employees, especially those spread out in our multiple motor vehicle locations.
They were really left out of the loop in our outlying offices, so this gives them a way to connect, see what everybody's doing, get to know some of the other people in departments, recognize faces. It's great.
And those positive vibes are flowing through the organization now that we actually know each other.
It's definitely helped a lot with morale because I feel like we're more connected as an organization. I recognize people by face now, not just their name on their email, but now I can recognize their faces, which is really awesome.
Workplace is increasing productivity, positive energy, and engagement, all while apparently feeding our brains.
When you're giving those likes and you're giving those comments and you're feeling recognized and valued, you're getting these little boosts of dopamine that are being presented. And when you give the recognition and when you receive the recognition, you're getting those boosts as well. So it's exciting.
You heard her right. A government employee just used the word exciting to describe her job. That's a win for Workplace, Adams County, and the residents we take so much pride in serving.
Well, thank you for that great overview of what's going on in Adams County. We now get to hear from our county commissioners in Jefferson County. And I think there was a little conversation about whether or not they're going to speak from the podium or speak from the table. And they kind of march to the beat of their own drum over there. So I'm just going to kind of let them roll with it. So please help me welcome the Jefferson County commissioners.
Yeah, I am too. It's going to be a good time.
Guys, where have you been? I've been looking all over for you.
We're getting ready for the Nevada Chamber breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a great event. You know, we have to look sharp.
We do. We gotta look sharp.
We have that new logo that we're strutting, so we got to make sure.
That's right.
So which tie do you think looks better? Should I wear this tie or this tie? What do you think?
Commissioner Ty, we're going to have to look as sharp as our new Jefferson County logo. And we have to keep up with Mayor Williams. So I don't know, but I think I might just have to wear this really good yellow tie, these suspenders, and for an added effect, this wonderful driving hat.
You can wear that when you're walking through all the trail system that we've put together. You know it's world renowned.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff going on at Jeffco, so what do you think? Will these shoes go with what I'm wearing, or maybe some saddle shoes like Councilman Jones wears?
Those are kind of loafers. Guys, it doesn't matter what we wear or how the commissioners look. Jeffco looks great all by itself.
That's right, and we're going to let the people at that breakfast know all the great things that are going on in Jefferson County.
Go Jeffco!
Go Jeffco!
Go Jeffco!
Look around. What do you see? A beautiful place to call home, an innovative place to work, a breathtaking place to play. Jefferson County is a place to lay your roots, to raise a family, to feel safe, make a living, grow older, to breathe and reset. Everything we do is based on the belief that public services should promote a positive physical, social, and economic environment that sustains the communities of Jefferson County through well-managed government. Our vision is to provide quality services for residents and businesses to thrive. And our mission and goals have been developed to ensure we have a great place to live, work, and raise a family for years to come. We are working to create a balance of honoring the past while supporting a changing population and diverse economy. Jefferson County government is one of the biggest employers in the area, serving the community through a multitude of services. This includes 11 elected and appointed officials who provide a vision in leading the county. We believe in maintaining a culture of wellness that involves honesty, open communication, fiscal responsibility, and collaboration. Jefferson County is planning for the future by incorporating the diversities from rural mountain communities to the larger cities within our borders. Creating and maintaining healthy community environments can be daunting in the face of a growing population. Balancing what sorts of things should be developed and preserving what we love most about where we live is tough. Change in built environments, such as transportation, land use, and housing, happens slowly. Health-oriented policies adopted today will influence on-the-ground development decades from now. Health is a core value for many residents and decision makers. Jefferson County Public Health is committed to promoting health and preventing injury and disease for our residents. Supporting health as a core value also makes economic sense. Health departments can save resources by preventing illnesses, and planners can attract new investments to healthy, vibrant, safe communities. We strive for a community that nurtures children, the elderly, low-income families, and other vulnerable populations. Human Services helps people build better, safer lives and encourage self-sufficiency. The county's Human Services Department provides assistance and comprehensive service to promote a higher quality of life for children, families, and disadvantaged or elderly adults. Some of the services we provide are food and housing assistance, child protection services, and a fatherhood program, to name a few. Our Head Start preschool program, the only school we operate, is for those below the poverty line, offers a range of individualized services to both children and families. Additionally, the American Job Center offers employment services to adults, veterans, and youth through our highly trained and qualified staff. A community's health isn't just about access to medical care. Our Parks Department and Open Space Division provides a connection to the natural environment, creating a social well-being that draws residents to our county. Our vibrant open space parks are essential community resources where people come together to play, exercise, and relax. Scenic vistas and well-maintained trail systems expand across more than 54,000 acres of land. The Jeffco Fair and Festival's recent relaunch is an event that educates and entertains with Jeffco's history and future in mind. Feeling safe in our communities is just as important as feeling safe inside our homes. Jeffco's law enforcement agencies play a vital role in developing community confidence by supporting a more secure environment. The sheriff, district attorney, and coroner's offices work together to set standards for public safety and promote strategies that prevent crime and violence. The Sheriff's Office is equipped to respond to high-risk situations, utilize various policing strategies, and educate citizens about crime prevention. Public safety also means keeping commuters safe on the road by addressing our aging infrastructure. Our Transportation and Engineering, in addition to our Road and Bridge Division, continually evaluate the county's infrastructure priorities across unincorporated Jefferson County. They perform road maintenance, repair work, snow removal, and upkeep to our streets. Transportation system design plays an important role in how we choose to get around. The county is always looking for new ways to improve our infrastructure and have a balanced transportation system, which includes enhancing our multimodal transportation through our involvement in the West Connection Coalition. We collaborate with community stakeholders, government agencies, and local municipalities, so the design of roadways work in parallel and keep our community moving forward. The Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport is the 4th busiest in the state. We know that aviation and its related industries are vital to the area's economic growth, so we want to maintain an efficient and business-friendly environment through careful planning of the airport's future. Responsible land development through long-term planning is key to balancing private property rights. Planning and zoning oversees land use regulations and community development plans. Through innovation and technology, the Building Safety Division now offers online inspection requests, inspection results, and permitting for electrical, mechanical, plumbing, and other improvements. The Clerk and Recorder's Office sees our residents through all life's milestones. Whether it's registering a vehicle, needing to file a real estate record, applying for a marriage or civil union license, voting, or even getting a passport, this office is here to provide excellence in customer service. Each year, we adopt a budget prepared by the Budget Management Office, which outlines the services we're able to provide. The county takes initiatives to be fiscally responsible and accountable with taxpayer dollars. We streamline regulations and partner with businesses and organizations throughout the county to make services more readily available. Communication that evolves across municipal lines and alongside our community's changing needs is fundamental. In the future, we're looking to increase public engagement and better utilize innovation and technology to serve our residents while also cutting costs to do so. We're working on a digital government strategy to make many of our services accessible anytime, any place, from any device. By enhancing community engagement and relationships, we'll find new ideas we can all act on together. Keeping a community thriving also includes education and resources such as the 10 Jeffco Public Libraries. Its mission is to help build a vibrant and educated community by offering equal access to information and opportunities to all. We also have a passion for preserving our history. The county has records dating back to the late 1850s in our Archives Division, and these are available for anyone to view. This information is not only interesting, but these historic records can show us where we came from and can help us plan for the future. Jefferson County is building a legacy by providing effective, quality services to our diverse population with evolving needs. The county regionally cooperates with other local environments, cities, and towns. It's not enough to be a dot on the map. A reliable government system understands the priorities of residents and acts as a passionate steward of those values. It's about leaving the world a little bit better than the way we found it.
I would like to thank the Public Engagement Office. Can we give them all a round of applause? That's just a phenomenal video. You know, challenges. We all have them. Who has overcome a challenge just this morning? I bet we all have. I know Commissioner Odoricio has. Well, kind of, sort of. I know I did. I battled with my alarm clock this morning. But we all overcome challenges each and every day. Now it's going to beep at me. Ha! There, see, I just overcame my challenge. Jefferson County is not immune to challenges. It's how we respond to those challenges that make Jeffco the best county to live, work, play, and learn. I'd like to address a few of those challenges with you today that we are embarking on solving. We have an increased demand for services. Our economy is improving. However, if you go to human services, you will see that the line of individuals looking for any type of rent assistance, food assistance, has not decreased. In fact, it's increasing. We continue to have a decrease in state and federal funding on mandated services, otherwise known as unfunded mandates. And those services are funded, are mandated for the county to perform. However, when those funds don't come through, it's robbing Peter to pay Paul. We have to figure out how do we complete those services. We have infrastructure needs and facility needs. When you look at what we have put off as far as our capital improvements, and now those capital improvements are necessary or we're going to lose assets, whether it be a road, a bridge, or a facility. We have Tabor-Gallagher limitations, we have employee retention, and also the use of our fund balance. But how are we tackling those challenges? How many of you today have banged your head against the computer monitor because you can't find that information on that website? Whether it be a county website, a company website, I know I have. It's frustrating, right? Absolutely frustrating. Well, Jefferson County is changing that approach, at least when it comes to our county website. And how do you get information from the county? We've embarked on a customer-centric government platform. This process involves 4 key components, as you can see on the screen this morning. Digital Jeffco, it's using technology to create efficiencies. We are also embarking on a brand new website that's more user-friendly. We have a responsive web design. And when you look, Jefferson County is embarking on a new program called Open Jeffco, or Jeffco Open Gov. We're building a smart government platform, an integrated cloud solution for budgeting, management reporting, and open data. A more intuitive system of locating and assembling the information that we all want. We have a budget builder. You can see we can all collaborate internally and externally with our budget. Intelligence component of it will deliver critical information and analytics for all of us to make decisions. And transparency. It enables constituents, all of us here in the room, to explore financial data to learn how our tax dollars are being allocated, how our tax dollars are being used. Now, to tie all those great innovative activities together, here, Ty, see? It's hard to see, right? There's Steve, that was good, right? To tie all those activities together with numerous county offices and services that we provide, the county embarked on a new brand strategy. Okay, so I got to do this. Got to do this right. All right, there's brand, right? Pretty good. So the goal of the new brand is to fully unify county departments and divisions while providing a cohesive strategy and structure to the county brand as the new county websites roll out in 2017. I just like to point out one item on here. If you could see that top logo, it was not accepted as the new county logo. I really, really worked hard for this. However, I only got one vote. That was me. You know, I'm not the most patient person, especially when it comes to sitting in traffic. You know, traffic is like life. You know, things are great when, you know, we're all going in the same direction with few obstacles, and traffic is manageable. It's at a manageable level as far as the volume. Going in the same direction with a defined goal is exactly what we are now doing as part of the West Connect Coalition. Working together to address transportation across the region and not just Jefferson County. West Connect is a great example of the collaborative approach towards solving our multimodal transportation needs. And I thank our VADA, I'm looking right now, Nancy, Dave, I thank our VADA for being a part of that coalition. I like to call them out. Whoops. Going on to another transportation slide. You know, we have all heard this saying, build it and they will come. I've kind of modified this. How about don't build it and they will come? The latter is exactly the situation we are currently experiencing with our transportation infrastructure. Jeffco is such a great place to live, work, play, and learn that we don't like to leave. And then we tell our friends, our relatives, people we meet on the street, and guess what? They want to move here, right? You know, that's what has occurred in Jefferson County. A lot of changes have occurred since I grew up, and I've seen since the 50s, 60s, and all the way until now. And a new transportation corridor is exactly what we need in the northwest part of Jefferson County and through our VADA. It will add to the health, safety, and economic vitality of the entire region. And I challenge you to go on to the Jefferson Parkway website, go ahead and take a look and get some more information. I provided the link below. And now, Commissioner Ty will talk about county successes, building resiliency, and the importance of collaboration. You don't have your hat, Commissioner Ty.
I do have I finally decided what tie to wear, and it was picked out by Kate McIntyre. I couldn't make up my mind. Yes, thank you all for being here. This is great. Like Commissioner Rozier said, I get the fun thing. I get to talk about award-winning programs. And any of the award-winning programs, they start with our employees. We've got some of the best employees in Jefferson County. You can be proud of the workforce at Jeffco. You saw from that video, the diverse types of services our employees provide is incredible. And we have people involved in law enforcement. We have our Head Start program here in Arvada. We had a big snowstorm just the last couple days. Our road and bridge crews are out there doing a great job. And I want to highlight just a couple of things because people are starting to recognize just how good our employees are. Maura Orley in the county's Human Services Department won Investigator of the Year in 2017. This is a very distinguished honor presented by the Colorado Welfare Fraud Council. Pam Nisler, who runs our library, head of our library program, was just recently awarded the Norma Anderson Lifetime Achievement Award in Education by the Jefferson County Education Foundation. We've got a pretty solid financial footing with the county, and thanks to the work of our budget office and our accounting offices, we have a AA+ rating from Fitch. See, if I look at your transcripts, will I see a lot of AA+ in there? You bet I probably would.
My academic?
But no, it's really impressive. We have a AA+ rating. And our staff was able to use that rating to refinance some bonds and save the taxpayers money on those bond payments. So you can see there's a lot of great work being done by our Jefferson County employees. But that also, because of that, because we're able to achieve that, we have very experienced staff. And that creates some challenges and opportunities for us going forward. If I look at my notes here, it says here that 60% of our staff is going to be retiring in the next 40 days. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I didn't read that right. Don Davis, our new county manager, just fainted. I'm sorry. Kate told me to type my notes, and I wrote them down. I got that stat wrong. It's 40% of our staff is going to be eligible to retire in the next 10 years. So, Don, you can relax a little bit. But no, that is both a challenge and an opportunity. You can see there what we're trying to do is we're trying to engage our employees, and we just started a new leadership academy in Jefferson County. What we're trying to do is identify employees that we think can be leaders in the future. And as our current experienced employees retire, we want to have a well-trained staff to come in and take over for them. I'm going to talk a little bit more about what that leadership academy is doing in a minute. But the idea being we want people to see Jefferson County as an employer of choice, where people can make a career out of their time in Jefferson County. Also, Jefferson County, we talked about in the video about the great trails and open spaces we have. Our population is extremely health-oriented, and we want a workforce that reflects that. So we want a culture of wellness in Jefferson County, and we're trying to emphasize that we want employees to understand work-life balance, understand that they, proper nutrition, exercise is all important. And there's an advantage to the citizens of Jefferson County there because healthy employees provide better services, and it also reduces our cost in our insurance programs. And Jefferson County was recognized as a HealthLink certified business leader in Colorado. So we're pretty proud of our workforce. Now I'll see if I can meet the challenge of advancing this. I did. But going forward, as Commissioner Rocher talked about, we've got challenges, and we have budget constraints. We want to build a resilient Jefferson County. So we're doing different things now to make that happen. The first step we talked about was the Leadership Academy. We want to build leaders for the future. Also, in that Leadership Academy, what we did is we've brought in people from all the different offices throughout the county doing all this diverse work because we want people to understand all the services the county provide. People tend to get kind of isolated in their area, their stovepipe. We're hoping that Leadership Academy breaks down some of those barriers and we can find synergies to improve the services we provide to the county. Also, like Commissioner Rocher talked about, we have to find ways to better use our assets. We are currently starting a facilities master plan review. We're looking at what our buildings are doing and how well they're providing our services. But it's not just about the buildings. The Taj is now 25 years old. It looks great. It's aged very well, better than some of us. But it is a beautiful building. But believe it or not, we're starting to see that it's starting to get a little bit crowded. And as Jefferson County continues to grow, how are we going to meet those needs? But the facilities master plan is really not just about the buildings. It's about how we provide services to our citizens. We're going to have to figure out ways to provide our services in a better and more efficient way. So as part of this master plan, we're breaking down our processes and looking at what we're doing and seeing how we can leverage technology, how we can have synergies across organizations. So maybe we don't have to build new buildings or add new assets. We can instead provide services in a better way and more efficient way using technology. We're going to have to do that because we have population growth going forward, and we're going to have more challenges. As Commissioner Rocher talked about, with the unique situation we have with Gallagher and Tabor, we're going to have budget challenges to meet in the future. Currently, our budget is in pretty good shape. We have goals to have $25 million in our cash reserves in any given year, and we're meeting that goal. We do not want to dip into our fund balance to pay for ongoing operations, and we're still able to do that. But as we look into the long horizon, because of, with Tabor limiting the amount of government growth, and Gallagher limiting how property taxes can be assessed, which is our biggest source of revenue, we're going to have to find new ways to provide more efficient businesses and more efficient government services. And we're already doing that. And one of the ways we're doing that is through collaboration and working with our partners in the region. One of the things we did was with our detox services. Arapahoe House said they could no longer provide the detox services. And that was a major concern for people throughout the county. Well, Lynn Johnson, one of our great employees in Jefferson County, she didn't panic. She said, we need to roll up our sleeves and figure out how to provide these services. So she reached out to all the cities, she reached out to the hospitals in the area, and she reached out to Jefferson Center for Mental Health. And through collaboration and discussion, Jefferson Center for Mental Health stepped up and said they'd take over those detox services. The city said they'd help fund that cost. The hospitals said they would also step forward and help meet the need and the cost for that service. So that's an example of how we leverage collaboration and got everyone together. Another thing I want to highlight is the Jeffco Prosperity Project. It's housed right here in the Arvada Head Start program. And the idea behind the Jeffco Prosperity Project, again, Lynn Johnson's idea, is to not just, when someone's going through a tough time and they're in poverty, deal with what is the root cause of that poverty, provide wraparound services on a number of different levels, and collaborate with other entities in the business community to help those people gain sustainability in their lives. And one of the exciting things that I went to yesterday, and Don Davis and Libby were there, we saw some people who were involved in that Jefferson Prosperity Project who are now going on to school. They got their degrees. I want to highlight a couple of people. I can't name everybody. There were over 60 people that we recognized last night. But like, for example, Jesse Brown got a BS in computer science from Metro State University. Hannah Erickson got an associate's degree in biology from Red Rocks Community College. Sheila Lucero got a Bachelor of Science in Human Services and Nutrition from Metro State University. By being in the Prosperity Project, we provide opportunities for these people to find ways to meet their needs if they had problems with transportation or problems with housing. And we've got the business community to help out. They were now able to go on to school. We looked at a multi-generational approach, and now they're getting their degrees. And the sky's the limit for the people who went through this program. So that's just an example of how we're trying to be innovative and collaborative and work with our partners to provide better services for the people of Jeffco. But we're going to have to do more in the future. We can't, just rest on our laurels. We've got to even find more ways to collaborate. And we've got some challenges. Mental health challenges in the community are going to continue. The Jefferson Center for Mental Health is challenged with as the landscape in healthcare and how we provide healthcare services in this country. We're going to have to figure out ways to adapt to that changing environment so we can meet the needs of the community. We're going to have to continue with that collaboration. Community corrections is another area where we've got some challenges. That's a great program. People are trying to transition out of the criminal justice system back into the community. We've got to find ways to provide that service better, and we've got to make sure that everyone in the community is involved. And then, of course, the rising cost of housing. That is a challenge that we're all seeing. I want to thank the legislature for some relief regarding with construction defects. We have a lot of challenges with owner-occupied housing levels, but the idea being we need to make sure that we have housing that meets the needs of the people who are lower income. those are the only way we can make those things happen is if we work in partnership with our other businesses and our other jurisdictions. We're making that happen. We're making that happen with great employees in Jefferson County, and we're looking forward to continue to do that in the future. One way we can make that happen too is with economic development, and Commissioner Szabo is going to talk about economic development.
Commissioner Ty promised me all week he was going to take up my time, and who says politicians don't tell the truth? Now for the good news. The health of any community is its economic development plan. It must secure a balance of residential, industrial, and commercial land use in order to have a vibrant tax base to serve the needs of our citizens. The commissioners and I look forward to working with the new president and CEO of the Jefferson County Economic Development Corporation, Sam Bailey, on just that balance. Sam brings a wealth of information and expertise from his former job at the Colorado Office of Economic Development and International Trade. I got it out. In 2016, Jefferson County saw major expansions from companies like Ball Corporation, Coors Tech, Pilatus Business Aircraft, Prescient, and Zimmer Biomed. These companies are on track to create over 1,000 jobs, and these are full-time jobs, and to invest $210 million into the Jefferson County economy. Jefferson County wants to work with all our municipalities and our businesses to create a thriving business climate that brings great jobs and a well-trained workforce to our community. Verve is a great example of that type of economic opportunity. The Verve, as it is known, is coming into its own. It includes 600 acres of aviation and non-aviation land available for development at the Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport, or as we know it, the Jeffco Airport. It's now home to FedEx Ground, and the Pilatus expansion is in full swing, so eventually they can manufacture their entire single-engine turboprop at one location. Arby's is currently under construction, and 7-Eleven just opened. Jefferson County prides itself on doing what is right in the community. Are you guys going to help me, or do I have to figure this out? On the right. There we go. Look at that. And I haven't even been in IT my whole life. Who would figure? So in that, doing right for the whole community, we try to make it a great place to live, work, and play. And those of you that live here know that. We are dedicated to being good stewards of all our resources, whether it's your precious tax dollars or the beautiful God-painted landscapes we look at every day. If any of you have lived in Jeffco for more than a minute, you know that we the peeps love our open space. Jefferson County is the home of a world-renowned open space program that encompasses 55,000 acres and 230 miles of trails that give life to many, many different types of recreation. One of the trails that's set to go right through Jefferson County is the Peaks to Plains trails. When finished, it will be a 65-mile route that will link the South Platte River with the Continental Divide. You better eat your Wheaties to trek that one. When completed, there will be 16 miles just in Jefferson County, of which 3 miles are now open in the area, 2 in Jefferson County and 1 in Clear Creek County. and more are slated to open in September of this year. We are working in collaboration with many partners to get this accomplished. Some include Clear Creek County, CDOT, Great Outdoors Colorado, Golden, Lakewood, Wheat Ridge, and our own beloved Arvada. There are many, many community leaders that are coming together to make these things happen. And we know in Jefferson County that we not only have to work well internally, but we have to work well externally also. All right, here we go. We are excited about the Jeffco Fair and Festival this year. It's August 10th through 13th this summer. The fair is going to be one of Jeffco's largest events that will be a great time for everyone, whether you're 2 or 92. We will have many events and activities, and just to name a few, we're going to have a petting farm, a reptile show, 4-H exhibits, a national home brewing competition, which I think Jeffco is becoming one of the places where craft brew is getting big. We're going to put a challenge to Fort Collins. We're going to have many food vendors and much, much more over the 4 days. And the cost is only $5. Children under 12 are free. We hope you will join us for this celebration of Jeffco's great heritage. Last, but certainly not least, Jeffco is blessed to have Donald Davis as our new county manager. He is the right person to help us to remain the best county in the state of Colorado. Colonel Davis, as we sometimes call him, has served in the United States Marine Corps for 27 years. He brings the same dedication he had while serving our country to serving you and I here in Jefferson County. He's been married to his wife, Becky, for 27 years and has 4 children. When I heard that part of his resume, growing up here in Jefferson County, I thought he's a perfect fit for Jefferson County. He has jumped in with both feet and is bringing great ideas to help our employees thrive and is creating a great team to serve all of our awesome citizens. Let's give him a warm Jeffco welcome. I also want to give a shout out to Neil Brown. Neil was instrumental in preparing Casey, Dawn, and I for this day. That's why we look so poised and polished. Thank you, Neil, for all your help and your wisdom. We really appreciate you. And with that, I want to thank all of you here and in this room and in our great community for being such an integral part of where we live, work, and play and enjoy so much. We look forward to working with you all to make Jeffco the best it can be. Thank you.
Well, great. How much fun to hear what's going on in both of our counties, both Adams County and Jefferson County. Would you help me once again thank all of our county commissioners? Thanks for being with us. Have a great month, everyone. We'll see you next month.